Welcome back to my channel. This is your daily download for Topps Project 70 for July 16th, 2021. The only question I have right here, and I put it on Twitter this morning, we now have the Hitman. Who and what artist can put out a Max Payne reference? And the mystery deepens. Who in the world is Dan Mattingly? Hopefully you enjoyed my blooper at the end of last night's video. If you have not seen it, definitely go back and check that out. But my name is Chris, otherwise known on Twitter and Instagram is at CRT_sportscards. And my website is where you want to go for everything related to Project 70, and that is simply CRTsportscards.com. I'm also super pumped and super excited for the fact that tonight in 2 weeks, I'll be in Chicago for the National. So if you decided to attend the National, definitely look out for me. I'll be there all 5 days, and I can't wait to meet as many of you as possible and talk about Topps Project 2020 and Project 70 while I am there. So as we close out another week in Project 70, this is week number 22 to be exact. What interesting things have transpired since we last spoke last night? I think the biggest news, and this is obviously very small on one certain player, it's the fact that Jarred Kelenic is now back with the Mariners. The rookies have not had the best track record so far in Project 70 after they had a card released, but hopefully Jarred Kelenic can do a little bit better, and maybe we can see a little bit of a bump of that card. You could have purchased that Blake Jameson card for $13 as of last night, so we'll see what happens at this exact moment. He is 0 for 1 tonight, but hopefully we do get some positive news from Kelenic here soon. And then on the print runs from the Tuesday cards, unfortunately Topps did not release those print runs, so it's hard to say right now if we're going to see that continued print run bump from the Monday cards. But again, it was great on Monday to see our lowest card was just 1.9K. And also, as a quick side note here, on the website I have removed pricing for Project 70 cards. That's simply because eBay, as of a few weeks ago, limited the amount of daily searches that you could do on Terapeak. So I'm unfortunately unable to provide that data as I had for one time. So that is why it is no longer on the website. But as we now shift our focus to the cards that released today, we did see in the set cards number 378 through 381. I would say leading the way from a fandom perspective, we have Lauren Taylor with her Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We also have Chinatown Market with Daredevil Strawberry. Undefeated releases there, Deion Sanders, and then King Saladin releases his Ronald Acuna Jr. And now I said this last night, and I'm going to say it again tonight because we just had, to my utter surprise, back-to-back days of Darryl Strawberry releases. I am most surprised that this is now his 7th card in the set. This is also from 1966 Topps, which is the 11th card from that year. But which artist did it better? Did Chinatown Market do this card better, or did Crayola win? But my big question here is, why are there so many Strawberry cards? Is it just because his name is so easy to play off of? Or maybe it's on me. Maybe I am the one not understanding just how big of a demand there is in the secondary market for Darryl Strawberry. Yes, that batting stance is legendary, but outside of that, I really can't think of anything around Darryl Strawberry other than his last name. And while we're on the topic of last names, we might as well cover the probably most famous last name in the game right now, and that is Guerrero. Lauren Taylor releases her 8th card this week, and it is none other than Vladimir Guerrero Jr., this time using 1990 Topps. This is the 15th release from 90 Topps, and this is the 7th Blue Jay card so far in the set. Vlad owns 6 of them. Bo Bichette does have, of course, that Matt McCormick release. But when I look at this card, yes, this card is true to Lauren Taylor. Everything you like about Lauren Taylor is captured in this card. She captured Vladimir Guerrero's smile so very well. You can feel him running around the bases in this card. But what is the draw to 1990 Topps? When I think of all of the Topps years from 52 to 2021, I just never expected that 1990 Topps right now, this far into the set, would already have 15 cards. And now third up today on this Friday is a player who has a very, very common last name of Sanders, but a very, very iconic first name of Deion. No matter what sport you're talking about, baseball, basketball, football, or even hockey, if you mention the name Deion, everybody knows you're talking about Deion Primetime Sanders. And this is Undefeated's take on Deion in a Braves uniform from 1994 Topps. Why is 94 Topps so significant to this card? This is the year that Deion, of course, played for the Braves, but he also won a Super Bowl ring and was named the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. I don't really think kids these days understand just how good of a player and athlete Deion was, and to go back and forth between both sports, it just doesn't happen anymore. And so I really, really wish the kids growing up today in sports could go back and experience Deion in his prime, because he was a special athlete. And then closing out the week for us is probably the hottest card all week long. We have King Saladin releasing his Hotlanta Ronald Acuna Jr. This is, though, from 1983 Topps. This is the 5th release. He kind of blows up the entire 83 Topps design. This is also Acuna's 9th release and 2nd release since his injury. It is difficult to look at this card to think about what could have been this year with Acuna and also what could have been next year. His injury is going to keep him out 8 to 10 months. Who knows what kind of season he's going to have in 2022. We may not even see the true Acuna come back until 2023. That is a very, very long time from now. But this card, I believe, captures Atlanta, captures the coolness of Acuna very, very well. And it's just another great release from King Saladin. So what a week it was in Project 70. We started out just 4 days ago in Denver with that home run derby, talking about Gregory Siff, Pete Alonso, and then Shohei Ohtani with the All-Star game. And now, at the end of the week, we're closing with 2 of the hottest players in the game, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Ronald Acuna Jr. So we will see how the print runs land in the next coming days, but I will say this has been a very, very fun week in the set. And I will see you back on Monday night as this concludes your daily download for Topps Project 70 on July 16th.